We'll go through the demonstration of BDSLCCI, which is Business Domain Specifically Cybersecurity Controls Implementation Framework, which is outcome of my research. This is little bit about me. I'm working in cybersecurity domain as mostly as an auditor for validating the controls implementation in various organizations and various domains. Also, I got exposure to CMM level 5 audits and assessments, and also ISO 27001 audits. And as I'm a certified ethical hacker and forensic investigator, I also work as a lead auditor for various vulnerability assessment and similar assignments. And so I have completed my doctorate in cybersecurity from SSBM Switzerland. And during this journey, I have founded a new framework. I will go through it during the slides. So, which is known as BDSLCCI. And as you can see, after like 9 months of efforts, my research paper about my new framework has been published by Elsewhere's JJIMEI International Journal, which is a highly indexed journal, while I was doing my doctorate from SSBM. Uh, so look, there are certain problems uh, in the industry where companies are not getting enough solution or satisfying solution for cybersecurity implementation. So, for example, here I'm just giving an example of Raj, who is running a pharmaceutical manufacturing business, and he has faced ransomware attack for their computers, and he want to implement a good cybersecurity solution to protect against such cyber attack. So, what he will do? Where he will go? Another example is a lady who's Shreya. She started a new venture of fashion e-commerce, and she want to make sure like her website security is maintained. So such early stage organization or the small and medium enterprises are facing a lot of issues while implementing the cybersecurity standards. According to NCSC, small and medium enterprises are facing a lot of cyber breaches. Like 1 out of 2 are actually experiencing different cyber attacks. There are 43% of small and medium businesses actually getting on the target of cyber criminals. They are always on radar of cyber criminals. 60% of small businesses which undergo cyber attack shut down their business within 6 months after undergoing cyber attack. And these small and medium enterprises are actually 90% of the business population. There are 400 million small and medium enterprises worldwide, which is responsible for 60 to 70% of employment opportunities globally, as well as they contribute for 55% of GDP for developed economy. So it is very important to protect them against any cyber attacks, because if they are getting damages to their business or they are not able to sustain, then it will directly impact on the global economy and employment opportunities. So when I conducted a research, I got participation from the top management, like C-level executives, owners, partners of the small and medium enterprises from 19 countries, including India and various countries. And you can refer my papers. I will share at the end of this session. So according to my research, whatever insights I have got, for the first major problem which SMEs are facing is like financial issue. They don't have enough money to implement cybersecurity standards which are available in market. For example, if there is ISO 27001 or NIST, these standards are requiring hundreds of controls to be implemented, and it requires a lot of investment of money, as well as they should have skilled resources to implement it. So it is not feasible always for small and medium enterprises. Secondly, top management, when I also took interview of 109 top management of small and medium enterprises in various countries, and I come across inputs like they are saying they don't see return of investment if they are investing certain amount for the cybersecurity controls implementation, for adhering certain standard of cybersecurity, They are saying they can't relate it with the return of investment because those type standards whichever are available in market are generic in nature. Even though you are a pharma company, you are a chemical company, you are e-commerce company, you are a hospital, or you are a hotel business, you have to implement all the generic controls which are required according to the standard. It is not domain specific. So that is actually not justifying the top management what will be the benefit for their business goals. And again, the small and medium enterprises are facing, they don't know stepwise implementation. So if a few companies are not going for any standard as such for the implementation, but they are randomly choosing like we should have 4 antivirus licenses for computers. We should have certain internet, or we should have certain firewall. And they think like we are cyber secure, where they are not getting any standard which they should are there, and they should implement stepwise cybersecurity controls. So even when suppose a company started recently, what will be the first cybersecurity control they need to implement? So they don't know any knowledge. They don't have any knowledge about that. So they are randomly implementing, or worst case, they are not even implementing any controls. They are thinking like it's okay not to implement. What will happen? The data will we will lose the data, or we will undergo any cyber attack. So it's okay for the top management. As you can see, one suit doesn't fit with everyone, right? So suppose the for larger companies or the multinational companies, they are having enough resources, enough money, enough skill, and enough maturity to get good cybersecurity standards which are available in market implemented. But if we are putting that same standards for a baby companies or the small and medium enterprises who are on the journey of getting larger enterprises in future, so they are lagging. Like this baby, he is wearing a very big coat, which is not even allowing him to move or any other activities. And it is same case happening with small and medium enterprises today. So I'm not blaming any standard because they are very matured, and since years they have developed that maturity. But if we are talking about small and medium enterprise, according to my research, 50 to 60% of small and medium enterprise are not having any cybersecurity controls. So they are totally lagging behind, and it is opening a larger attack surface for the cyber criminals. So what is the solution? So I have created a new cybersecurity standard, BDSLCCI, Business Domain Specific List Cybersecurity Controls Implementation, where I also took inputs from the top management of small and medium enterprises, and according to their need and of the business, this BDSLCCI is providing the customized or tailored cybersecurity controls according to your business domain. For example, if you are a chemical company, you will implement 30 controls which are required for your business domain. If you are an e-commerce company, you will implement 40 controls required for e-commerce domain. And we are making sure like these companies should have defense in depth mechanism, as well as the mission critical asset should be protected. So suppose we are staying in an apartment, we have a door, we have a safety door, we have few metal grills for the windows, so as no one can enter in our premise. But when we are keeping the jewelry, we are keeping it in some certain branded safe, okay, which is having a good password or some mechanism of locking it and keeping it secured. So similar way, this BDSLCCI, which is now internationally prone or published, so it is having uh, both mechanism, defense in depth and mission critical asset security. So, what is the mission critical asset? Look, information security standards like ISO 27001, which is Information Security Management System, ISMS, is talking only focused on information as a asset. But when I'm talking about BDSLCCI, it is talking about CNC machines in the manufacturing shop floor. It is talking about ICU equipments in the hospital. It is talking about product design documentation, which is very crucial asset for many organizations who are into product design or in the manufacturing industry. And when I spoke to top management of few manufacturing industries, they said like when our employees or design engineers are leaving our organization and joining the other competitors organization, they are actually stealing our product designs and they are implementing in other company. So such inputs I have got during my research, and look, there today when we are getting a vaccine of COVID or from many companies, so now it is everything the vaccine manufacturing or the formula of the medicine is now automated, and that machine where these formulas are kept are computerized. So even those machines require cybersecurity. So starting from the shop floor till top floor, everything should be having some certain cybersecurity when it comes for small and medium enterprises. So these things are taken care in our BDSLCCI. What are the benefits any organization will get in the BDSLCCI? So as I told you, I'm talking about defense in depth as well as I'm talking about mission assets. So mission critical assets are very important for 80% of the business for the company. So that is how I treat them as a mission critical. Those are high value assets where without those company will not sustain or will shut down if there are some damage to those assets. So overall cybersecurity is taken care in the framework which a BDSLCCI. Then low investment. Can you please go on mute? Yeah. Low investment is required uh, uh, because we are reducing the number of cybersecurity controls according to the framework which I have designed. Then cybersecurity should be in align with the business goals of the top management. So top management can see direct benefit to their business because we are protecting the mission critical assets of their business. Then it is easy to implement because we have designed it in a stage wise manner where level 1, level 2, level 3. There are 3 levels and companies can implement say level 1 in certain months, level 2 in certain months and like that. So we are giving them the stage wise implementation and it is very easy documented in our online portal, which I will demonstrate after this presentation. Apart from that, there is an online audit where we are collecting the online evidences from the companies up and we check them as a effective implementation and our auditors will generate the certificate for them. So this is how the benefits are. And we are now working towards having many members in different countries, starting from United States, Europe, Singapore, and other countries, where those members will help us to reach many small and medium enterprises. So this is something I wanted to share with you as a presentation. Now I will move to demonstration. So I'm just sharing my screen again. I'm sharing the internet browser. Is it visible? Are you able to see my web browser?
Yeah, everything is fine. Go on.
Yeah, okay. So,
Yes.
yeah. So this is our BDSLCCI portal where you can log in, or if you don't have your account, you can go to sign up form and you can fill the form and you need to use your valid official email ID and you need to fill this form and after that it will send one OTP on your official email ID. We are not allowing any Gmail or Yahoo kind of email IDs. Here, this drop down is very important. It is talking about your business domain. So you need to choose that business domain very carefully because we have designed customized or tailored journey for the business domain. So suppose you are a pharma company or you are a manufacturing company, or even if you are working in couple of sectors, you can select that. Okay. So like I have selected insurance and manufacturing. So this drop down is very important while you are registering. As I already have created a test account for this. So once you log in, any company logins, they see the company has been assigned to defense in depth mechanism controls, which are 29 controls. And this is a radar graph we have recently added. Right now it is at 0 level, but when we will start this journey, you will keep on getting the what is the coverage of the particular controls. So defense and depend mechanism is actually talking about the endpoint security, physical perimeter, human layer security, like the trainings and all, application level security, network level security, data level, and governance. Governance in the sense how you are actually conducting the audits or particular GDPR or certain governance which are required for your country or your domain. So you will once you click on next, you will go to step one. So as I have selected two segments here while I created this um, particular account for testing. So here you can see manufacturing domain. So in manufacturing domain, what are the mission critical assets according to our research and the inputs we gathered from the industry? One will be the design document, algorithm for robot, trading software, and various inputs we have gathered, and we will keep on adding. So there are two types of computer numeric controls machines, CNC machines. Vertical machine, which moves in vertical axis, and another machine is horizontal machine which moves in horizontal axis. So similarly, you can actually select any of this or multiple of this. Okay. So there are, you can select say ERP and Tally also. Okay. And I just clicked on save changes. Then I went to the next level, next step where all these steps are having description at the left panel where we have in a very user friendly language, we have explained what user can do and what is the meaning of each step. So the explanation is provided in left panel. So here you can see the manufacturing and ERP. So for ERP, it is showing like the availability of the ERP is must, and then the integrity, and then the confidentiality. For CNC machine, it will also show the availability is a must. Why it is showing the availability as a must? Because if the CNC machine is stop producing the outcome, it is stopped, then it will impact direct business for this manufacturing industry, and then the integrity, and then confidentiality. So why we have created these three segments like confidentiality, integrity, and availability? According to my research, these are different parameters for each asset, and this is outcome of AI ML algorithm where we are actually having various inputs and it is producing this graph, and based on it in the next step, it is actually showing the mission critical asset CNC machine, vertical machining center VMC, and what are different controls required for it. So here it is showing like the first control is keeping system up to date, network firewall, and all those stuff. And as I explained you, the first priority is availability. So all these controls starting from the availability. Okay. And then once you are done with the availability, it will go to integrity. And once you are done with integrity, it will go to confidentiality like that. So suppose I'm selecting yes, yes, and yes, I have implemented. So you have to implement the controls and then you can select the yes. Okay. And I'm going to next. So once I go next, I can see defense in depth controls, DID. You can read the description about this panel here. And once you are here, it starts with the host and endpoint security. So 1.1 means the for level 1 of the BDSLCCI, you have to clear 1.1, 1.2, 1.3 like that, and 2.1 onwards are for level 2, 3.1 onwards are for level 3. So here, suppose I'm generally what is happening, the we are giving the admin rights for all the employees. in the machines which we provide in our offices, right? So it should have user should not have the permission of administrator, because suppose for example the person downloads some malicious file and he clicks on that file, it will get installed, right? Because he has admin rights. So there are certain areas which we have considered while we design these controls. So suppose this person has implemented all the required endpoint protection, and there we are giving the facility for few controls like which can be not applicable also. Okay, so certain controls, like say now few companies are still working from home and they don't have physical office. So for physical perimeter, probably they will say it is not applicable for us, right? So for example, here it is saying it is allowing you to select not applicable because we are working from home and we don't have any um physical perimeter of our office because everyone is working from home. So then you can select NA. Okay. So like that, and cyber security awareness training is must. The NA is disabled. Okay. So see, separation of duties, background check of the employees, then access matrix and all, right? So I'm just selecting right now. You can register and you can read more about this. So I just qualified level 1 and I'm going to next. So once I reach to the level 5, the step 5, it shows me what are the controls, what is the level I have achieved. As I skip one of the DID level as yes. So only yes or NA is acceptable. So it is showing like the BDSLCCI level is not at pass. But for CIA level, which is confidentiality, integrity, and availability level, I have passed the level. Once I qualify a certain level, I will go and I will try to qualify the DID level so as I can demonstrate you the validation of it. I'm just adding certain, okay, few yes were missing. So NA is acceptable, but not okay. So only this much. So okay. So once I go to next, so it will show me that DID level is achieved for BDSLCCI level 1, because 1 point onwards we have all coverage completed in this. Then we have as both the levels are achieved, we are at BDSLCCI level 1. Now company thinks like we should go for the certification of BDSLCCI level 1. Then they can go ahead, access controls. Okay. It is showing like you are going for control access assessment of level 1. And here are few rules. You can't go back and edit once you start this journey of assessment, because auditors needs freeze information. So it will not allow you to again go back and say, oh, excuse me, I want to edit something. No, till the auditor will complete their process, you can't edit it. So once you agree and proceed, here are the validate DID controls. Okay, where you need to upload the evidences. So here we have given the do's and don'ts required for this. So for example, suppose for less perimeter for user, I'm just selecting some random photos. Okay, just for demonstration. So once it is uploaded, suppose this was one of the evidence I wanted to share. So you will upload the evidence of the documentation or the photographs of your security guard or gate, whatever. So according to the description provided, so you have to upload the evidences. Once the evidence is uploaded, it becomes green. So you can upload up to 10 evidences for each control. And once you complete this, you go for the validation of MCA control. The similar screen will appear over there where you have to upload the evidence for particular mission critical asset. Once that is done, uh, it will it will reach to auditors of BDSLCCI, where auditors, there are two levels of auditors. One will be the auditor level and one will be the lead auditor level. And auditor will be the person who will be first reviewing everything and he will give his comments. Then the lead auditor will actually approve or disapprove the audit information, and he can take decision, like he can send it back to auditor again. And if he's facing he thinks like he needs to revisit it, or there is an option like he can directly send it to customer saying like this particular control is failed and you need to implement it with as per his comments, which he will put it during the rejection. And he need to re-upload the evidences again after implementation. So this flow is designed, and then once audit lead auditor says like everything is fine and he just approves the all the evidences, it will generate a certificate for the company. Okay, so let me show you how this. Then it you can log in and you can download the certificate. I'm just sharing another. I'm just logging in with another. Okay, so this is one other test account of ours where we are doing testing. So once you are completed with particular audit, you will see like there are this is test data. So we have various certificates here, but you can download the certificate as well as you can download the transcript. So how it will look? So this certificate looks like this. So I'm just sharing my screen again to show the certificate. One second. Are you able to see my screen? Okay. So this is the certificate which BDSLCCI it has been generated after the audit. So it will have the company name and the level you have achieved and signature of mine. And this signature will change depending on our members who is performing the audit. And second is the transcript. So trying the transcript, it is showing like how many controls they have implemented and all the areas of mission critical asset which are covered. And this will be the transcript. Here we are. And another, uh, you can go in various options like profile, contact information. You can change the sample posters or you can download various posters from our website. Again, you can go and download the sample policies. So here, suppose company requires some policy documents according to the controls we have visited. So like DID, so ARC matrix is a new matrix I have introduced. Earlier matrix or from different standards was like RASI matrix and all. You must be aware. RASI means responsible, inform, accountable, C for consultant and I for inform. So now I have created this new matrix for suitable for small and medium enterprises, where a couple of roles new added in new way. So for example, many companies are not having all the resources which are having good, actually specialized resources for particular task, right? It's like big companies can afford like for server maintenance, they might have one network guy, but in small and medium enterprise, it is not a case. So someone who is knowledgeable in IT is probably maintaining that server, which is in-house server or something like that. So that person, I will call it as a knowledgeable. So similar way, we have actually created various documents for the companies, which companies can download. They can add their logo and they can actually start using it. Okay. So it will help them to save the time. And we have given very tiny or the small process documents, which are very SME friendly. And it is only talking about the required or minimum cybersecurity, which they can have. If they really want certain more information in this, they can contact us or they can even go ahead and add the more information. We have also given how incident response form should be and how to handle incidents. So we have given various documents as free of cost. Okay. So this is something I wanted to share in today's session. And this presentation means I wish that many of you should actually start using this framework if you are working with small and medium enterprises. I would like to open forum for any questions if you have. Right now we got a very good response from the news medias where I am actually trying to share with people like how this will be beneficial. So yesterday it was in Times of India, and we have reached more than 80 news channels or newspapers since 1 month's time. So this because this is a need of today's world where small and medium enterprises are facing a lot of issues in the cybersecurity implementation. So we are trying that. I just shared with you a feedback form for BDSLCCI session today, and please fill this form so as I can improve the session or I will get a good feedback for next session. So I'm okay. If you have any questions, please raise the hand. We will try to address it one by one, or you can put it in question and answer
Thank
tab
you very
also.
much for the participants. And it was very useful for me also to know direct feedback or direct questions from you. So we will keep on arranging such sessions in upcoming weeks also. So as it
Yeah,
will reach to
hi
many
Dilip.
people.
You want to talk?
And thank you
Can you
very much.
unmute
So
yourself?
I'm just ending the
Yeah,
session.
hi
Yeah,
Thank
Dilip.
you.
yeah.
Thank you
Hi,
so much.
Dr. Shekhar. So actually, I want to know. So thank you, Dr.